Good Saturday evening, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here, joining you from the newsroom on this Valentine's Day to give you a little update of what we're going to be watching overnight tonight. Showers and thunderstorms are going to be moving through overnight tonight into early Sunday morning. This is really going to be happening before the sunrise tomorrow. In addition to the chance of seeing some thunderstorms, a few of those could be on the strong side. And the system that we're watching has already produced some severe thunderstorms and even some tornado warnings, it looks like, out in parts of Louisiana far to our west at this time. However, if these storms hold together and maintain some of their strength, we do have a low wind risk of seeing a few strong to severe thunderstorms for us in South Mississippi. So this is a look kind of more like a hour by hour. In a sense, this is every 3 hours. I'm really expecting our best chance of seeing these showers and storms roughly from about 2 o'clock in the morning through 7 o'clock in the morning, give or take a little bit on each side. I will say these showers and storms are likely going to be moving in and out fairly quickly, and they will be racing off into Alabama shortly after the sunrise tomorrow, it looks like. So again, with the chance and the very high chance of seeing some showers and storms, we do have the potential of getting some strong wind gusts within these thunderstorms, and it's not completely out of the question that we may also get a brief isolated tornado. However, current thinking is if these thunderstorms maintain their strength overnight tonight, strong straight line winds are going to be the main threat. Now, these showers and storms, like I said, are going to be moving in and out pretty quickly. We may get some heavy rain or heavy downpours out of these showers and thunderstorms, but because they're going to be moving in and out pretty quickly, that is going to limit the flooding potential. Hail, not as much of a concern. But again, straight line winds are going to be our primary concern with these thunderstorms if they hold together. I will say the Storm Prediction Center, they did issue a new update not too long ago this evening, and they did expand the level 2 or slight risk of severe weather for South Mississippi with clipping parts of Jackson County, it looks like. So that has expanded a little bit farther to the east. That being said, there's a little more uncertainty if we're going to be seeing those strong thunderstorms in South Mississippi. We're lacking a little bit of what they call instability, some like storm energy. So hopefully that helps to weaken some of these thunderstorms a little bit overnight tonight. But we want everybody to stay on guard, especially with this being an overnight event. A lot of people are going to be sleeping at that point. Highly recommend downloading our WLOX First Alert weather app. That way you can get the latest warnings alerted to you based off of your location. If you have a weather radio, that's always a really great option just in case we were to see any warnings overnight tonight. So we want everybody to be prepared before heading to bed late tonight. But again, really looks like these showers and thunderstorms are going to be moving in between about 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, we are not included in a tornado watch at this time. However, a big portion of Louisiana, even southwest Mississippi, included in a tornado watch for the time being. And we'll take a look at where that line is. I'll zoom this out a little bit more. They have been issuing quite a few tornado warnings well to our west. We can see that big line out in parts of Louisiana near the Alexandria area, Lake Charles area. Also looks like they are seeing some thunderstorms that have been tornado warned. So this is the line that we're going to be watching closely as it pushes farther off towards the east into Mississippi. And again, it does seem like we don't have as much storm energy available over South Mississippi, but we are going to be closely watching this as we get into early Sunday morning. So this is all part of a low pressure system that is going to be moving a little bit more to the east as well. So we can see quite a few of those showers and thunderstorms associated with that system. And again, that's going to continue to move east tonight into Sunday. So let's play this out on Futurecast. I'll go ahead here, just quickly looking at a zoomed in view of First Alert radar. We do see a few Looks like isolated showers in Pearl River County. For the most part, we've stayed dry today, but we did see a few spotty showers. Here we go. Playing this out on Futurecast we got in the latest run. These showers and storms will quickly pass through the Baton Rouge area by about midnight or so, it looks like. Approaching South Mississippi, I would say more so between 1 and 2 a.m. I'll scoot this back here. This is stopped at about 2 a.m. We may start to see the leading edge of that moving into Pearl River, Hancock County. Again, these are going to be moving in and out pretty quickly. Once we get to about 4 or 5 a.m., based off of Futurecast predictions, they may even start to move off into parts of Alabama. But I'm giving this a little bit of a window. This is not going to be exact. This is guidance. Models are guidance. It doesn't mean this is exactly how it's going to play out. But generally speaking, the strongest of the storms are going to be moving out before the sunrise tomorrow. And there is a chance that they may weaken a little bit as they move through South Mississippi. Hopefully that's the case, but it really bears watching. Now, as we start to get a little bit more daytime heating and we start to see the sun come up a little bit more, notice how that line kind of reignites a little bit more. It does seem like tomorrow areas to our east are going to be seeing a higher chance of some strong to severe thunderstorms across the Florida Panhandle. Now, we have a lot of Mardi Gras parades going on tomorrow in the early afternoon. In terms of the weather for that, I think things are in pretty good shape. There is a small chance that potentially there could be 1 or 2 stray showers on the backside of this low pressure system by the afternoon. For the most part, though, parades are looking like they are going to be dry as we get into the early afternoon. We may see a little bit more cloud cover stick around Sunday night and into Monday, but it also looks like the clouds will gradually clear out of the way by Monday afternoon. So we're closely watching the severe weather potential overnight tonight. Also want to talk about the winds outside of these thunderstorms. It was pretty breezy today. I would even call it windy at times. Wesley and I, we were at the Jackson County Parade and getting ready this morning. That wind was whipping us around a good bit. Tonight, the wind is more so going to be out of the south and southwest. Once those showers and thunderstorms move to our east, we are going to start to see winds more so, we would say, out of the west throughout the day. Now, they may start to turn more so out of the north and west by the end of the day, but there could be some gusts near 25 to 30 miles per hour. I would include that in parades as well. So just something to be mindful of. The rain may not be as much of an issue for our Mardi Gras parades tomorrow, but it is definitely going to be breezy. Generally, by the time we get to parades, the winds are going to be out of the west. So we have 3 big parades going on tomorrow in South Mississippi. We have the St. Paul's Carnival Association Parade in Pass Christian that gets rolling at noon. By the way, we are going to be broadcasting that beginning at 12:30. We have the 2nd Street Social Club. That's going on in Gulfport. That begins at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we also have the parade going on in D'Iberville tomorrow. That begins at 1:30. So not as much concerned with rain, but it is going to be breezy throughout the day on Sunday. But what about Lundi Gras and Mardi Gras? Things are looking really good on that front. So Monday, Lundi Gras, the clouds will gradually clear out of the way. The afternoon looks really nice. It's not going to be as breezy at that point. And for Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday itself, we could start off with some morning fog. Afternoon looks great. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds, high temperatures in the low 70s along the coast. Really couldn't ask for a better day for Fat Tuesday. So I know we had the big parade going on that day in Biloxi. Almost like chef's kiss with the forecast this year for Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday itself. Then once we get beyond that, if you like spring, you like this forecast, we will continue to warm up into the mid to upper 70s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Even by the end of the week, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised if we had some 80s in South Mississippi. I think that's going to be pretty easy to do by the end of the week. So a very warm forecast over the next 7 days. I know the groundhog said that we were going to have 6 more weeks of winter. Well, looks like the groundhog was wrong. We are going to be seeing some warm weather over the next several days, especially by Thursday and Friday of this upcoming week. So here's a final view of your 7-day forecast. Again, tomorrow morning, early in the morning, more so overnight tonight, showers and storms expected. A few of those could be strong to severe, so we'll keep an eye on that. Majority of the rain moves out shortly after the sunrise tomorrow. And then by the afternoon, I would say many of us are going to be feeling the wind whipping us around. But in terms of rain on the parades, I think we're in good shape on that front. Monday, Tuesday, Fat Tuesday looks really nice. Not much more rain in the forecast once we get past overnight tonight. There is a signal that maybe we'll see a little bit more rain by Friday and Saturday of this upcoming week. Doesn't look like a whole lot. If anything, the main story is going to be that warm weather as we get into Thursday and Friday with those highs in the upper 70s. I would not be shocked if we even saw some highs in the 80s at that point. So wrapping it up here, I do want to show you radar one more time, just what we're going to be watching later tonight and into early Sunday morning. We are continuing to watch that strong line of thunderstorms passing through central Louisiana. They're moving fairly quickly. Once they reach South Mississippi, there is the potential they may weaken a little bit. Hopefully that is going to be the case. It's something we will monitor closely. But before heading to bed tonight, I do recommend having a way to get weather alerts, weather warnings, just in case we do see some of those in South Mississippi. And again, most of these showers and storms for us are going to be moving off towards the east by the time we get to the sunrise tomorrow, and things are looking drier after that. So we will continue to watch these showers and thunderstorms over the next several hours. If anything changes, we will be sure to update you. So with that, I am going to be getting ready for our 10 o'clock newscast. That's coming up in an hour. I'll have another look at what we're watching on radar, another update on the forecast, so you can join us there at 10 o'clock on WLOX. And I hope you join us for all the latest news and, of course, weather in South Mississippi.